There you go. People be speaking on something that they don't know what they're talking about. You hearing it from the dragon's mouth.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the multiverse. This just came. I just was watching J.R. Wisdom. Shout out to him. And the topic was average black men are too broke to date black women. It just seemed like every so often, not every so often, now it's just often now. What do these women think they just are entitled to somebody else's money? This is crazy. I'm gonna let y'all look at this clip.
I genuinely want to know why black men make dating so difficult. They make it.
Hi, I have an answer, and it's simply because they don't have money.
We have money. We just don't want to spend it on you.
I've been thinking about this a lot as it relates to my personal dating life. A lot of my friends who are black women who are in their late 20s, early 30s, who have been struggling with dating, who prefer to date black men, and have been doing it in comparison to my white peers and some peers outside of like other races, but specifically my white peers, as to why we all went to similar schools. We all went to similar schools. We all have similar educational backgrounds. We all work similar jobs. For bar, we would say we would live very similar lives, except I just oscillate in primarily black spaces and they oscillate in primarily white spaces. With that said, I think it's because white people, but specifically white also men, are raised in the way that they have generational wealth, but a generational wealth mindset, meaning that they saw their parents get paired off and married, within their 20s. They have grandma's ring and heirlooms. They have a house that they know that they will inherit. They have a mindset knowing that even if they lose their job at Goldman Sachs or in tech or whatever, that they have this sort of privilege that they know that they'll always be fine and they know that they'll always be able to take care of their family. So even though they're in build mode, they're not necessarily worried that they would lose everything. And I think that mindset is different for black men, meaning that they spend a lot of their 20s and even in their early 30s really trying to play a game of like financial catch up, really trying to get themselves established. And because they're playing that game, they play games in other areas, meaning that they don't necessarily take things seriously in terms of getting married, having kids, buying a home, starting family, because those things require money. And if you don't have it, they're not necessarily going to, just take those things seriously. And again, I was just really thinking as to like why I'm in my late 20s. A lot of my friends are in our late 20s to early 30s, and we're still like dating and on dating apps and dealing with games and all the shenanigans that come with dating black men. But then when I look at the Jennys, the Tiffany's, and the whatevers of the world, a lot of them who I have worked with or work with, why they all, ironically enough, got engaged all at 27, 28, around the same time. And it felt kind of like sorority-like, very systematic. And again, it's that peer influence around them. If they see all their friends doing the things, and this goes for men too, they're going to go do those things as well. If they saw their parents do it, they're going to go do it as well. And I don't think black men saw it from their fathers. And they also don't necessarily see it from their peers around them. So they don't also feel kind of that social influence to do those things, especially for black men in major cities like a New York, LA, a Chicago, a Miami, maybe even Houston. Maybe in the South it might be a bit different. But yeah, there's more I can say on this, and I've been doing a lot of research. I'm actually going to write an article about it, just the differences and nuances between being a black woman dating versus like my white contemporaries and their dating experiences. But yeah, the one factor that it boils down to is money. And if you don't have it, you're not able to progress forward in dating.
Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear all of that? First of all, gentlemen, listen, I always say, watch out for these ones that come in like they got cotton gloves on. Nah, they got an iron fist under that mother. She came in talking all popped up, corrected. Me and my contemporaries, and we all went to Harvard, and we were just thinking, and yeah, right. Just look out for these. Look out for these. Just trying to come in talking all proper. Got glasses on, and man, just doing the most. And it kills me too. It's like, oh, me and my contemporary just sitting around and having a mocha latte and dating apps, and we've been going through the dating apps, and you guys are not desired on dating apps. Why are you there? Study show it. I'm not finna tell you where to go look, because obviously you finna do some bullshit like write a report. And that's my thing. See, she could be taking her time going to get a decent man. But now she want to write book reports and shit. She want to do dumb shit like that. What are we talking about? Oh, I really have to, I've been finna do a study and find out what's going on. You know what's going on. I've been trying to compare the white to the black and blah, 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 blah. No, you came over here to kick shit. You came up all up into YouTube to kick shit on black men. That's what you did. I seen it. Everybody seen it. Now you want to do some kind of term paper. When is it due? Enough. Always coming over here. I find it real funny, right? I find it real funny that every time this dating thing comes up, it's the money with y'all. And y'all got so much of it. Which you all up in our pockets. Get your hand out of my pocket! I thought y'all had it like that. I thought y'all had it. Spin a little bit. Since you want to talk about we too broke and all this, why you still going out trying to go out on dates with us then? Now I tell you the real deal. Why y'all always up in our pockets? That's because 35% of y'all is in the middle class. The bottom. Meanwhile, we are in the 57%. So who really too broke? Why you always wondering where your next meal finna come from?
With your broke ass.
Yeah, now niggas want to write term papers and see what she just wanted to say that. You seen her, she just wanted to say that, but tried to be so demure and I don't know. I'm just gonna write an essay on the difference between black and white and Go and listen. I love interracial dating. And I love everybody sticking together dating. I don't give a damn. But I find it's real rich. It's real rich. That, y'all want to go on the other side. Like y'all could just do that. When you see all your numbers is low, go write a term paper on that. Find out why y'all 35% middle class, the lowest. That's why y'all out here eating all the clams and all the shrimps and they leaving y'all. And what makes you, okay, let me dial it back a little bit. What makes y'all even think that y'all are worth the money on the date? Hmm? Answer me that. Ask yourself that. Because what I could tell, my answer is no. So I just find it real. It's kind of funny how you just came in, you know, this it was just up. Are y'all? I mean, are y'all worth it? Are y'all worth the dollars? You ask me? No. Hell no. And y'all think y'all coming in looking top notch, like coming in all in disingenuous, like somebody ain't gonna see that. Like y'all just coming all nasally, sounding like you got it all together, and you know, me and my friends, and we're just wondering about da, 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 da. So I'm gonna do a term paper and a book report on no, what you can do is take that. Do she even look like she can cook? Like she grew up with the two parents in the household and this and that? No, she don't. Does she look like she can cook? No. Shit. Take that, take your bland potato salad with the raisins in it, on somewhere. Leave the gun and take the cannoli. Sick of these niggas, man.
I usually only come on here to serve looks, but today I'm going to talk. The way white men versus black men approach dating are very different, and what it really does come down to is the lack of money that black men have. This is from a social and generational standpoint. So a white boy I've talked to in the past, the way he dated me was very intentional. He was very assertive, and he just had a provider mentality. And this is because he had a white father treat his white mother in a two-parent household in that way. A lot of black men sadly don't have these same experiences because they never saw their black father treat their black mother in that way because their black father was never around when they were growing up. This is what I mean by generational, because this is an overlap we see when these black boys grow up and they treat the mother of their child in the same exact way they saw their own mothers get treated by black men. Black women are married at disproportionately lower rates than white women, and the reason why is because black men aren't really taught to grow up, marry a black woman, and stay for the children. No, this isn't black men's fault. It actually roots back to segregation and even gentrification, when black men would try and go out and get jobs, but no place would hire them because they were racist, and this would then have an impact on that black man's family dynamic and how he would be able to provide. So like I said, money. We still see effects of this today, and it's the reason why we know so many more black mothers who are single and were never married than we do know white mothers who were single and never married. Black men aren't the only problem. The other problem is black women. A lot of black women are enablers, and when somebody watches a crime happen and does not stop the perpetrator, the person who watches it happen is often just as bad as the criminal. It really just makes me ask questions like, why choose this partner? Why choose to have a second child? Why stay in an 8-year-long situationship? We really need to ask these questions, or generational curses will continue to haunt our community, and we will see a rise in the number of black men who are not taking care of their children. A lot of black men will try and make the point that black men nowadays are starting to date more white women because black women are too hard to deal with, have really bad attitudes, or are too dominant. But when we do see this happening, it's usually black men who make a lot of money, such as NFL athletes or actors who make 7 figures. Of course, these white women aren't going to be hard to deal with or put up with because their black husbands and boyfriends are providing for them. However, the same cannot be said for an everyday black man who is not making even 6 figures, who is trying to court and talk to an everyday black woman. Not to mention, a lot of these black women assume dominant roles because of the fact that they have to go out and be the breadwinner to then come back home and raise their children on their own. Many who are abandoned by the father of their children and also their own father growing up. I think it's important to bring up how white dominance is playing a huge role in this, and these are just the effects of slavery. And one really big way we can see this is through our own music. We do this in the way that we portray Black relationships. We don't promote marriages, we promote baby daddies, and we also overly sexualize the Black female body, and this comes from not only male rap but also female rap. Many Black men, of course not all, are not able to afford marriages, let alone afford dates. I will even go to the extent of saying why a lot of Black men want to be pursued first or be the ones who are provided for is because this is what their single Black mothers did for them when they grew up, treated them like a husband. Many Black men were just not able to have the opportunity for a Black father, a Black man to be in their life and teach them how to treat and court a woman the same ways we see other races treat and court.
See that? Ain't this beautiful? Fantastic. So this one's reading off. This one reading notes and shit. Just rambling about nothing that's of concern at this point. We're broke. Talking about the bread, what a mom had to look at for the dad to be the breadwinner. I don't know where all this bread is at. Where's all this bread y'all got? Like I said, y'all stays all up in our pockets. Hand out of my pockets. Y'all be talking shit like y'all got it like that. Go look at the stats, and then you come back and you tell me. Have y'all left any room for the possibility that they don't want to pay for you? No. I know. Y'all just entitled to all of this. Let me tell y'all something. So when I go on a date, especially a first date, I usually take about no more than about $250 to $300 with me. And that's for extra cash, like extra. Just in case. Where do they expect to go? Where do y'all expect to go? Let me know. I need to know. Because I ain't seen not one Morton's dinner looking lady yet for a first date. You can hang that shit up. Not the way y'all acting. Especially not the way y'all acting. And y'all act like, I ain't even finna go there. I ain't finna do that. But yeah, y'all ain't entitled to nothing like that, man. Y'all ain't entitled to nothing. They ain't gonna say, oh, you can't afford marriage, let alone a date. No, dating you. Why do you? Man, I'm just saying, man. Some of y'all just work for me fixing a grilled cheese sandwich and some fruit punch or something. What? Some Bammer weed and because this is crazy. This is crazy. What do y'all demand? Where did y'all get all this demands and like y'all just like we just know off the top if you worth it or not. And obviously not, because you over there looking at Waldo. You trying to find him. And y'all can't even get him no more. Y'all fumbled that bag back in 2000. You want to sit up and talk about, oh, because of the attitude and this and that and blah, blah. Yeah, you damn right. You damn right. Then you try to come in sounding all proper. This is sad. This is sad. It don't take all this to date. It do not take all of this to date. I've gone plenty of dates. You do not take all of this. Like y'all Queen of Sheba or something. You got somebody reading off a cue card. She looked like she only Barely, she finna graduate this year. Then oh man, then go say, oh, I dated a white man, a white guy, and he was marriage minded and assertive and not the cap. Please, where he at now? Where he at? Where? Y'all always say that, oh man, I dealt with real men. I do. They got out of there. They got the hell out of Dodge, like they should have. Or maybe it was just a figment of your imagination. So y'all need to stop the cap, because this is insane. How y'all be dealing with all these men, but then where are they at? And you come scurrying your little ass back over here. Absolutely not. I mean, I just cannot believe with all the character flaws, all of the facts, all the statistics, all of us expressing ourselves, we still get this. And we got somebody reading off of cue cards, sounding like,
have you ever had a dream that you once, have you ever had a dream?
Come on, man.
That's
what you're giving me? That's what y'all giving me? And that was supposed to be the best of y'all. That's the crazy part. That's the insane part. Y'all representatives is crazy. Just all up in our pockets.
Get your hand out of my pocket!
They done dated white men. They done been around the world. They done traveled and still want to come over here and talk shit. That day is over. I'm on y'all ass. Hey, tell you why you so take it easy. Yeah. Bullshit. Not talking like this. Not talking like this. Like y'all just got the upper hand on some shit. Please. Y'all the ones. Y'all the ones. Y'all the ones need this. Crazy. Nuts. That's insane. This is insane, y'all. Like y'all just entitled to the money. That's crazy. Well, anyway, as long as we got some bullshit like that here, I'll be right here. I'll be right here. I know the women go jump to defend this shit, because they always do. Little whack ass sisterhood. You should get your dollars up, like you told us back in the 90s, and 80s, in the early 2000s. Y'all need to start doing that. Our numbers are up, and y'all still got something to say. Well, I reject the fucking notion. Because y'all keep picking shit. Why don't you go and find the 57% of us that's in the middle class and childless? Do that. Because we have to scrape and scrounge for y'all. Shit. We gotta wait. I mean, they said a bunch of bullshit on there. They said a bunch of bullshit. Black man is too broke. Ain't that a bitch? Your numbers is low. Y'all on dating websites and can't find. Like y'all just popping like that. Y'all ain't popping like that. That's why you got old boy over there trying to sell y'all the white men over there. Ask Nathaniel. He having the whole auction over there. He trying to sell y'all off. He pleading with the white man to take y'all and telling us we could go. Y'all go to Colombia. Tired of these niggas, man, lying to y'all. This fucking Cool Herc looking ass, man, just lying over there selling a bunch of bullshit tickets. That's it. I'm out, man.
I'm trying to figure out who the fuck this nigga think he is. Fuck this nigga think he is. Who this nigga think he is, man?